little sister?
Who you getting, Fratty? Goggly Go-Go? Johnny Zhivago? The Heaven 17?
What you got back home, little sister, to play your fuzzy warbles on? I bet you got little, say, pitiful, potable picnic players. Come with Uncle and hear all proper. Hear angel trumpets and devil trombones. You are invited.
Malcolm McDowell, that was a clip from Clockwork Orange. In retrospect, are you glad that you appeared in that film?
I certainly am. Made me a fortune.
More than that.
Well, it's the basics of life. You know, we have to live and eat.
Yes, but didn't you find there was considerable strain was imposed on yourself?
Well, it was hard work to do, but that is my job. It was a marvellous role for an actor to play. It was an extremely fine book that Anthony Burgess wrote. And, of course, I was working with one of the best directors in the world, which makes a difference, and it's a great help, of course.
Why did Kubrick choose you?
You'll have to ask him.
You have no idea yourself?
I know that he told me that when he read the book, from the second chapter on, luckily for me, he saw me as Alex, and he then went on to read the book another 4 or 5 times. So that by the time he approached me, I was firmly lodged in his imagination as being Alex the Droog.
Why was Beethoven's Ninth Ode to Joy used in that film?
Because it's one of Anthony Burgess's favourite pieces.
It's as simple as that?
Yeah.
To what extent is the film the one with a message?
Oh, I'm always very suspicious about talking about messages in films. Like anything else, message is rather a dangerous word to use, I would say. I would just say that it's, you know, it's an entertainment of a kind. It's a satirical black comedy, of course. Very much a comedy, though, I would have thought. You see, I'm always very surprised when, at the time that the film came out, that everybody said it was a very violent film and condemned it out of hand for glorifying violence. I don't think it does that, actually. I think it's actually does exactly the opposite. No, I think that it's a very, very fine book, you see, and I think that what Kubrick managed to do, he was very faithful to the book. He didn't alter much of it, although, of course, a book and a film script is always so, you've got to be very careful. One has to do an awful lot of work to make it filmic, even a novel that is supposedly written in a filmic way. It's strange, because I think a lot of novelists these days write books with films in mind. It's very strange.
Why do you think some people took offence to the film?
Well, they didn't like to see a character that one ultimately felt sympathy with kicking an old man and raping a woman, you know, and sort of enjoying it. That's what really, people couldn't take that. But that, of course, was why the film was so successful. It was because it really did appeal, I think, to all spectrums, you know, just people that wanted a thrill of just to go and see this gang ripping it up, then for people that wanted to, you know, that was slightly more intelligent or wanted to do a little more from the film, something to think about it, that it also had that, you know, getting back to message again. Yeah. But, of course, I found the film simply, to me anyway, that Burgess had written a book about the freedom of choice of a human being, of an individual, and that is what the film is about. And the marvellous thing about it is, for me anyway, is that he made the central character such an evil one, and so that, of course, it makes it more difficult for the audience to accept. But even, it doesn't, I mean, obviously what he's saying is it doesn't matter whether he's good or bad. The fact is he has the right to a choice.
Can we go back to the film you made before that, and that was Lindsay Anderson's If? Did you yourself attend any school which resembled the one portrayed in Lindsay Anderson's film?
Well, I think that I went to a sort of